Hello everyone, it's me RJ, and today is a hard day. Yesterday I decided that I was going to focus on some of my hobbies and find some things that brought me joy, and ended up getting on a roller coaster. Thank you for joining me in another day in my journey in mental health. This is day 7, myself. Good morning. Yesterday I said I was going to focus on one of my hobbies, and that was woodworking. And I said with the start of that I was going to clean my garage. So I got home from out of town, had some energy, so I got up and got to it right away. Went in, started cleaning the garage, was feeling good. Got a phone call from somebody that's been really close to me that we've been falling apart over the last few years. And we kind of all had a lot of those, I think those little moments that we all feel like we need to have that last word in until we can get over. And I think we had a lot of those on both of our sides. So anyways, he called us and he just called me and he said, "Hey bud, you know what, we were slow today, I got the afternoon off, what are you up to?" I said nothing. He's like, "Cool." He's like, if you don't mind, I want to pop over and hang out for a couple hours. And at this point, as I said, talking is everything, and he's somebody that we've been falling apart for the last couple of years, but he's really important to me and has been through a lot of periods in my life. And so for sure, I was like, "Yeah, bud." So he came over and he just sat down and said, "What's going on?" And at this point, if I'm asked that question at this point, that's pretty easy for me to go to say that to people. So I went off and I probably talked for easily an hour. And I know too, he's someone that's had some battles with mental health. So I said, "Yeah," and like I know you've had some troubles. I had picked up some information through friends and stuff for here. So I asked him, and then he too just let me know of everything. Maybe not everything that was going on, I can't say that, but at least everything that he was comfortable at the moment saying. And this was really good for us, because by the time we were both done, we both, without saying anything, I think we're both at that same point where we realize that we're really important to each other. And I think we are one of those relationships that's going to be really important to both of us. And we both realized, I think, in that conversation that we kind of had a look when one of us mentioned about all the past shit. And we both kind of had a look and a nod. And it was that awesome understanding you have with people that are truly close to you, that you just knew it didn't matter anymore. And we hung out for 3 or 4 hours and chatted before he went home, and that was really nice, and I was feeling great. And so I went in, I got a whole bunch of cleaning done in my garage, and I used that energy as we like to. And then I got another call from another person, and we were discussing something, and I'm always one of those friends. I'm a pretty handy guy, so I get a lot of advice for that. And we've been working on getting something done for him for a while, and he kind of called and we were going over it, and I'd had a few ideas and a few things that I knew, cautionary things, and I didn't have any care to listen. When he called to plan it out, he definitely had 100% of a plan in place. And whether or not, he wants my advice, that's his choice. But I found the conversation very dismissive. I want your advice, but this is what we're going to do, and I just want you to listen. It definitely took that. That's when I found out that I was on a roller coaster yesterday, not a ride. As I said, I got off the ride, and I'm going to change that to say I chose to get on a roller coaster. Because I had this conversation as I could have said, "Hey bud, you know what, I really don't like how dismissive you've been," but instead I chose to choke it down as I do. And I hung up the phone, and everything was nicey, and then I began to dwell on it. And then I thought about a few other people that are close to me, and not the people that have reached out, and thank you again, but the people that I really should be, putting that effort into, of talking to all the time. And I realized I haven't been doing as much of that. And then instead of having that conversation yet again, I tried to focus on my day, and I started cleaning the garage again, and then I was gardening the garden, and then I was cleaning the garage, and and soon enough, majority of my night from here on out was pretty much that spiral. As I said, it was ups and downs. My wife and I curled up on the floor. We moved the table and things and watched a movie, and that was really nice. But yet again, I didn't deal with any of those things right now, and I chose them to stew, and I didn't have those conversations that I needed to have. To the point where my course, which is the whole purpose of this, started yesterday, and I actually haven't started it yet. So yeah, yesterday was a really hard day, and it started out to be a really hard morning just because, you know, I think I've maybe slept an hour or two, and it seems like, you know, you go to sleep and your brain thinks, and then you fall asleep and it just turns that into a dream, and then you wake up and you're just right back thinking. So yeah, I've got a lot of stuff going on, and then kind of got a little bit of thinking, and for sure some talking today. So with that, I think today is going to be, it needs to be focused on myself, and solely myself. So basically what I learned from that is that I need to be working on things now, and I need to learn when I need to put my daily goal aside immediately and not force it. So with that, today I'm going to have those couple conversations. One honestly is just me feeling bad because there's somebody that should be up to date and isn't, and the other one, and I'm sure it's going to go great, but obviously I've already thought of every thousandth of way it could go bad. But I just need to call this person and have that conversation and say, hey, look, you know what, I've been stewing over that conversation, and I understand you've got a plan. I just didn't really feel the way that you dismissed me in the conversation was, you know, really didn't make me feel that good. And I honestly believe that it from there is going to be a really good conversation. But it does have to happen, because that's the point. Because if I don't believe in an hour, I may not. So other than that, today I'm going to do that. I'm going to get the first chunk of my class done, because regardless of how I am, I need to start that. But other than that, guys, I'm not going to work on anything today. I'm going to get that course done. And I'm going to have those couple talks, and the rest of the day, I'm just going to let it, you know, I'm going to do what I want to do for the day. I do have a lot of, as I said, lots of my gardening and my hobbies that are falling behind. But I think I'm just going to work on giving myself that energy to keep doing things that make me happy today, and have those conversations when they're done, and I'll come back tomorrow morning and I'll let you know how that did, how that went. Other than that, guys, like I said, I have a big day, or I've had a pretty hard day, so I already almost need a nap. With that, thank you again, guys, for joining me on day 7 of my journey in mental health myself. Like it, share it. As I said, I really want to start the conversation. I love when people are talking to me and telling them their stories. So if you think that somebody, you know, this might give them some courage, or somebody needs to hear this, please share it. You know, if you think somebody needs somebody that they can just, you know, tell or whatever, share it on here. I'm always here to talk. I love hearing stories. As I said, the more I talk, the easier it gets for me to be. The more I share, the more it makes me feel like I'm not alone. And that's exactly a lot of the big feelings that we get. So with that, guys, like I said, like it, share it. Ding the bell on the bottom. Remember to let you know when my next video comes up. With that, it's me, RJ _. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube right now. Thank you for joining me today. You guys are awesome. I love having you there. And just remember, the first step to mental health is talking about it, even if it's with yourself. Have an awesome day.